Hello and welcome to a very special episode of What Do You Call It podcast. I'm your host, GB. It's been a while, but I'm back and I'm taking a break from wrestling, moving on to the entertainment side, Hollywood. Here I come. Uh, but today's guest is an artist, singer, songwriter, TV host, actress, and entrepreneur. There's actually more that I could have had in there. Uh, please welcome Keldamuzik, aka Diva. Keldamuzik, how you doing today? You all good?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for having me, George.
No problem at all. It's a pleasure to have you on. So, in the intro, I listed off your talents. Can you just let the listeners know which talent did you discover first?
Definitely music. Music is primarily what I do, and
Yeah,
everything else kind of just happens because of it. And as you know, being an artist nowadays, you do have to do more than just music.
yeah.
So that's what brought me to acting. That's what brought me to fashion, even the talk show. So it just opened a lot of doors for me.
Nice, nice. And it certainly has given you success. And like you said, opened a lot of doors. And we'll touch on the success that you have had. But before I do that, I want to sort of backtrack to the beginning, the origins, and kind of discover what made you decide to pursue a career in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Michael Jackson, uh, gosh, Tina Turner, Madonna
Hmm.
when I was and every time I would watch them on TV, especially Michael, I would always ask my mom, how can I be on TV with him? Can I do what he's doing? Can I go meet him? Can I be
Yeah.
like him? And
How often
so,
did you find yourself doing the moonwalk, by the way, as a kid?
oh shoot, I mastered it now.
Really?
I've mastered it. I got it down. Yeah.
Nice. I felt
I
miserable.
can do it on the cement, on the carpet, anywhere I can do the moonwalk. Like,
Jealous.
yeah. But he was definitely a major inspiration to my entertainment music career. And I mean, I got to know he's inspired so many people.
Yeah.
To this day, I still don't think they give the man all of his flowers, RIP to Michael. But yeah, that's what made me, that's what got the juices going. That's what got the juices flowing.
So we can thank MJ for
Thank
bringing the world
MJ.
a bit of Keldamuzik. Just before I
Yes.
move on, I just want to ask you your favorite Michael Jackson song. Don't we get to talk about a lot on the podcast, so I'm gonna seize
Oh
the
man.
opportunity while I can.
Smooth Criminal.
Nice,
Yeah, yeah.
good song.
Yeah.
Man in the Mirror for me, or Dirty
Men and
Diamond.
Mary, yeah. Very emotional song too. I like that song.
Oh, it's an amazing song. It's amazing. I could actually just talk about MJ for the next 10, 15 minutes, but that's not what we're here to talk about. The man celebrated across the world, but we're here to celebrate your career and your success. What kind of singer would you classify yourself as?
Definitely similar to The Brat, um, Left Eye. Uh, when I first came out, I always told myself I want to pick up where Left Eye left off.
Yeah.
You know, just her style of rapping, and between her and The Brat, I like the fact that they're pretty tomboys. You know what I mean? They're still showcasing that girls could still be sexy and be feminine, baggy jeans and baggy shirts, and you know just anything that looks like the opposite of a woman,
Hmm.
but they still are a woman.
No, that's Left Eye's great. Oh, honestly, such a sucker for TLC.
Yeah,
Another one that we lost,
yeah,
unfortunately, but still
yeah,
common of
definitely.
songs.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
What's been the best performance of your career so far? It doesn't necessarily have to be one specific performance, but a few performances that you look back and think, that's really fucking good. Like something special about that night.
Gosh, that's a good question because I've had so many of them.
Yeah. I didn't think it'd be fair if you had one right now. Tell me now. Like, yeah, just there's probably so
Right.
many that you've done.
Uh, uh, uh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say, oh, when I performed at the Bayview Opera House in San Francisco. The reason why I love that performance so much is because I had all three of my backup dancers. We were all coordinated. And we had enough rehearsal time prior to the performance. And we had an amazing set where we had the projector showcase my name and my video in the background. And it was a really perfect setting. And how I know it was a great performance because a few days later, randomly, some girl that I ran into at another event came up to me and said, "Wait, Keldamuzik, Diva." She's like, "You're the one who has the track called Ninja Style."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, that's me." And she was like, "Oh my God." She was like, "I love that song. I love that performance." She was like, that, she was, "Oh, it was great. It was great." And I was just like, "Thank you." So,
Oh,
yeah.
but that's good. That's good. That like you're not only just enjoy yourself, but just those little moments, those interactions with the fans. Just someone just pointing out that was awesome. Just like, thanks. It's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah.
Wicked. How's it been seeing your music, by the way, on television programs? Just like seeing it and hearing it, and even having maybe people go, "Oh, Kelda, shit, your song's on."
Yeah. It's definitely touching the TV. It's
Yeah.
touching my own reality and entertainment. Um, you know, it was weird. A TV producer that I work with called me one day and said, "Hey, I think I just heard your song on Real Housewives of Atlanta." I was like, "Wow, okay," because not many people, you'd have to really listen to me a lot or hear me talk to
Hmm.
know that's my voice. And he was like, "I knew that was you. I knew that was Keldamuzik." And I'm like, "Whoa, you're the first person to know that was me." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, but it's exciting. It's exciting, and it's like a reward for all the hard work that you put in when you hear your music being used by
Yeah.
others, especially on TV. It's like, wow, I'm doing this for
Yeah.
somebody. There's a purpose for me existing right now.
That's awesome. And also for people that may have not heard your music before, that Shazam, like just straight away on the phone, okay, who's this? Wicked, Spotify or
Yeah,
social media, and they'll find you. And then they're exposed to more of your music and, just more of your content.
yeah, definitely. And that's what it's all about, discovering new artists and artists engaging new fans. So I'm always happy to make another, make another fan and have another listener.
That's wicked. Just gonna take a little break from music, and I just want to sort of move along the theatre side because you've done a bit of theatre, including a play called "How Black Mothers Say I Love You." I have to ask, what's the major difference between film acting and theatre acting?
Definitely with film, obviously you can cut, stop, take breaks. If you fumbled over this word
Yeah,
or just any mistake, you can cut and re-record it. With theater, it's just you. Whatever comes out of your mouth is gonna come out of your mouth. And if you make a mistake, you have to learn to improvise somehow.
yeah.
And that's what makes you an artist. That's what makes you an actor, a
Mm.
really good one. Because when I was in How Black Mothers Say I Love You, it was my first theater gig.
Oh, nice.
And I did mess up on one line, and I totally backwards did, to where I was pretty much saying my co-star's line,
Mm.
and I said it, and then we like had a moment of silence and looked around the room, and then she said the same line, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I said my line. Um, that was a little embarrassing because the audience knew,
Oh, yeah,
but her and
yeah,
I played it off really well. But yeah, that's the major difference between it. One is live and one
yeah.
is recorded, and obviously you want to do something that's recorded so that you're allowed to make those mistakes and go
Oh,
back
yeah.
into them better.
Like cut, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Literally, but the like
Right,
live.
right.
Well, not live, but you know what I mean. It's like it's there and
Exactly.
there. There's no second take. It's how you literally
No
respond to it. Like
second
you said, you
take.
bounce back from it, even though you repeat the line. She went with it. You responded well, and then carried on with the rest of the show.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Wicked. How was it touring internationally with Lloyd, Kid Ink, Adrian Marcel, a few superstars like that?
Yeah, yeah. I toured in Tokyo with Lloyd in 2012. That was my first, no, that was my second international tour. It was a great tour.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you one thing, when it comes to Tokyo, those fans, it doesn't matter who you are, they're just happy to be entertained, and they're more so happy that you have enough confidence to get on stage, perform, all by yourself and just give it all you got. Very, very supportive country over there in Japan. And when I toured in Caribbean with Jacques Cure, it was a little getting used to at first because in the Caribbean they really are about their regional artists
Yeah.
or major artists, but they really love their local and regional artists. But once I started to do a couple press interviews and appearances and got on
Mm.
the mic and started talking and engaging with fans, they I made so many fans over there and networked with a lot of DJs. I was working with DJ Outkast. At the time, he was one of 50 Cent's DJs, where 50 Cent
Oh,
and
shit.
Eminem, they had their own
Yeah.
record pool of DJs. Yeah. And Outkast was one of the DJs, so he was really cool to work. But yeah, touring
Mm.
international is very fun, and it's an eye opener. It lets you know that hip hop is not just a U.S. based sound.
Yeah.
Um, it's international. Everybody loves it.
That's sweet. Is there anywhere else you'd like to go in the world and perform? Just a few countries, top of your head?
Yeah, Switzerland. I went there for it was actually a go see to promote my beret line, Thames.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing a couple of impromptu performances at a few clubs out there. And it wasn't as cold out there. It wasn't like everyone there, once again, just all love hip hop, supportive of hip hop. I was on a Swiss radio podcast station there, and they were in love with me, and they can't wait for me to come back. I told them, "Don't worry, I'll come back."
Yeah.
But it was fun out there. It was fun, and I look forward to going back.
Fair enough. Any plans for the UK? Just because I'm in the UK myself.
I'm working on it, man.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Yeah. It was funny. Right before COVID hit, a booking agency contacted me and they said, "Hey, we would love to represent you and put you on a 10 city tour out here." They told me, they're like, it's gonna be a hardcore tour, but we'd love to have you. And next thing you know, COVID hit. And then the owner himself caught COVID. He wasn't doing too well. And we
Oh
just,
shit.
yeah, we had to let that go. But we're working on the UK. We're working on it.
It will happen. Don't worry. It will happen. I have faith.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you.
I feel like I might get one of the answers, but if you could tour with any artist, past or present, who would you pick to perform with? Not
Oh
podcasting,
man.
or Left Eye, or the Brat.
Okay,
They're
okay.
excluded. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, they're excluded. I would definitely say Usher.
Good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, Usher. Um, gosh. Yeah, Usher and ooh, Ludacris and T.I. I don't know, I got something for the
Yeah.
A for the South. But yeah.
That's my childhood right there. I love it. Not that I'm showing my age off, but yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Um, as you continue to flourish in the entertainment industry, what do you have lined up for the rest of the year, or even like the over the summer?
Yeah, so over the summer, I'm producing and starring in my first
Hmm.
full length feature film. It's called Lost Horizons. And it's a story about a young girl who's off to see her mother in the morning and ends up taking the wrong turn. And um, the wrong turn ends up badly for her, to where she doesn't know where she's at. She has no help, no cell phone service, and you'll just get a chance to see how this woman tries to survive
Hmm.
out in the middle of nowhere for a whole week. So yeah, we go into production with that shortly. And I'm also working on some new music actually with both my DJs, DJ Bucket Naked and DC Cash. We're working on a couple tracks. I'll
That's a
probably
great
end up
name, by the way.
releasing.
I love that.
Yeah, their names are cool. Bucket Naked. But yeah, we're gonna release some music pretty soon,
Yeah.
and I'll probably end up releasing a EP, no more than 5 tracks, and not sure what I'm gonna title it yet. But it's about time I come out with some more music, bring back the
Mm.
diva world. You know what I mean? The diva movement,
Yeah.
and got to get to it.
That's it. It's not stopping. You've got a big following as it is. I've got one last question. It's a fun question. Doesn't have to be based on music or theatre. It can be however you want it to be. Three dream dinner guests for your dream party. It can be dead, alive, fiction, non-fiction. It can be someone from, I don't know, your past. Anyone that you want to sit at your table, essentially pick their brains, have a good time with. You may not get that chance to do so with. Three guests and a quick reason as to why you want them there. Go.
One of them, my grandmother, who passed away about 8 years ago or so. The reason why I say her,
Mhm.
she's taught me a lot in life, and a very educated, phenomenal woman. She helped a lot of students get into college, and you could just sit there and pick her brains all day, and she'll tell you everything about life. She was the first to take me camping. She's the first one who really showed me a lot of things as a child, and it really just opened my eyes. So she's one of them. The second one would be my grandfather, who was her ex-husband. The reason for him, he was a musical genius. He played several instruments. He had his own radio show. He used to bring me onto his radio show and have me narrate for him and read the commercials and really, show me what showbiz is like.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome. How old were
yeah,
you when you did that?
yeah. Um, Maybe I would say like 7 or 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to give you that
yeah,
exposure and just to give you that opportunity, that's wicked.
yeah, yeah, totally. And his main instrument was a saxophone,
Mhm.
but he played so many instruments. But that's also what inspired me to play the clarinet when I was a kid. Even though it didn't last long, I played the clarinet,
Mm.
and it was a really fun instrument for me, and taught me how to play "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" on the piano, and I still
Uh,
remember the keys. Um, Oh, yeah, he's the second person I would have at my table. And then third, I'm gonna have to say Damon John from Shark Tank. Um I mean, he's a billionaire,
yeah,
and he knows a lot about fashion and knows a lot about business and knows a lot about the entertainment industry, music industry, he was the first black person, at least in my generation, who really put fashion and hip hop together and made it a thing.
yeah.
So definitely would have him at my table.
That's a really cool selection. Like a family reunion whilst dealing with sort of a billionaire, not sort of a billionaire, and then get rich but have a really good time as well, a meaningful time. I love it.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Uh,
That's brilliant.
we had tea.
Awesome, awesome. Kelda, I'm going to ask you, is there anything else you want to say? Anything you'd like to promote or share? I know I've asked about your plans in terms of like you got a film coming up, but is there anything you'd like to say, or anything you want to let me try again. Promote. I've not done it for a while. Specifically, even like your social media. The opportunity's yours. We're now at
Yeah.
the end.
All right. I want you guys to visit my website. It's keldamuzik.com. That's KELDAMUZIK.com. From there, you could catch all the latest updates on my film, music, TV, my beret line, my TV show called The Hodges, everything that you need to know. You could subscribe to my newsletter. We put out a newsletter every Wednesday. So tune in and look forward to seeing you guys.
Wicked, wicked. In case anyone missed that, I will put your social media handles in the description below so they can keep up to date with what you've got planned and see what else you're going to be releasing throughout the year, music, theatre, um, your films coming up and your new album. They said that's in the works as well. Hopefully you do UK tour, but I wish you nothing but success because I know you already have had that, but I hope it's continued. So thank you for coming on. It's been much appreciated. For all the fans out there, if you can subscribe to this channel, like this video, give me a follow on my social media handles in the description below. That would be great. But for now, everyone, have a great week. Peace.